Hey there, everyone. I'm Ryan Schul. This is my channel, Straight Data Science. Thanks for showing up today. So in the project today, I want to look at optimal price points for a hotel, right? If you raise your rent or raise your rate on the hotel, whatever it's called, rent, rate, I think it's rate. If you raise your rate, you can make more money, but if you raise it too much, you're going to turn away people, right? They're not going to want to go stay at your hotel. They'll say, hey, this thing is too expensive. I'll stay at the competitor's hotel, right? If you lower your rate, you can incentivize more people to come to the hotel. They'll be motivated to stay at your place and you're going to get more business. But if you lower it too much, you're not going to even break even. You're going to lose money, right? You have to at least break even the same business. And really, you want to make a profit. Ideally, you want to make a profit. So what is the optimal price point to get enough people inspired to stay at your place, right? But not charging too much so they walk away, right? So that's what we're going to look at. So we can maximize revenue, right? The right price balance between room occupancy and profit and how much you charge. If you don't, you stay empty and you actually lose business. So that's even worse. We're going to look at that, right? Improve occupancy rates, respond to seasonality and special events, segment or target customers, right? We can slice up the marketing effort into different segments and different groups. I used to work at a couple of banks where we would market credit cards. Before I showed up, they would just blast out tens of thousands, maybe 100,000 envelopes to all the people. I saw it in my own building when I got home from work. They would just dump it right in the garbage, right? It's total waste. When I showed up, we had targeted marketing, right? So we know who to contact, how to segment the market, how to get people to sign up for credit cards if they want credit cards, and all the people that had enough or didn't want a credit card, we wouldn't even bother them with the advertising. That gets annoying. It's called a nuisance, right? So don't do that. Boost competitive positioning. We can do that. Forecast demand more accurately. And for our customers, get fair value, right? Customers love value and they understand value. They know that. They can recognize that. They can identify with that, right? Time booking strategically. We can create knowledge around optimal price points, windows for opportunity. This enables travelers to book more rooms. We can evaluate cost and the overall customer experience, right? And plan travel budgets better. And again, motivate people to stay at the hotel. Raise the price too much, people are going to walk. Lower it too much, and you're losing money. You want to find that sweet spot right in between, right? That's the Goldilocks place or whatever it's called. Goldilocks is a perfect. Wait, what is it? Goldilocks and the Three Bears. Yeah, just right. You want it to be just right. That's what I was thinking of. Goldilocks. Okay. Anyways, okay. So let's go ahead and create some data. Now, I don't work at Marriott. I don't work for Hyatt or any Radisson or any of these hotels, so I don't have their data. If you work at a hotel like this or any business, you can use this economics for any business. I have several videos on my channel about how to optimize price and get more revenue from your customers and create more satisfaction for your customers, build your business, right, and build your brand too. So I have several videos on my site about how to do this. I don't have Hyatt data. I don't have Radisson or Marriott data, right? So I'm going to create this. So that's what I did. I have holidays here. So around the holidays, I would expect a little spike in the business, right? People are traveling. They're going to take time off from work and stay at the hotel. So the overall dependency, or not dependency, the overall demand is going to be based on the day of the week and whether or not it is a holiday. So we have to flag these as holiday or day of the week or weekend, okay? So if it's a base price, if it's a holiday, it's price times 1.8. We can actually bump it up a little bit. If it's holiday, Friday and Saturday, there's more demand for Fridays and Saturdays. Tuesday and Wednesdays, there's going to be a little bit of a discount because not too many people are traveling. We might get some people on Monday. Monday might be kind of a flat day. Sunday, people are probably checking out. So we're not really too concerned about those, but definitely holidays, Fridays, Saturdays, and Tuesdays or Wednesdays, we are going to offer a discount, right? So we get our adjusted prices and we have the base amount down here. We have price elasticity, right? Price elasticity is 1.0, negative 1.0. This is a sensitivity of demand as price increases, right? So this is a key to the whole thing here. Price elasticity. If there is a lot of elasticity, then it's going to bend a lot or change a lot no matter what the price is. If there's no elasticity, you lower your price, you just lose money. If you raise your price, you lose business. If there's price elasticity, then you change the price and people will still come to your place, right? It's elastic, it's bending, it's changing, it's more flexible. If there's no elasticity, then it's kind of just dead, like nothing's going to happen, right? So here's the data frame that we get. And we know that for every 1% decrease in price, the number of bookings increases by 1%, right? So decrease the price, bookings increase. Negative 0.5 means 1% price drop and only 5% bookings, and negative 2.0, 1% price drop and 2% bookings, right? So less and less price elasticity, right? So that's what we want to find out, the sweet spot here. What is the demand and the price change percent based on the base price and then the adjusted price as well, okay? So that's the data frame that we just created here. So we can look at bookings of revenue based on this. The demand score is the maximum rooms. Demand score times maximum rooms is going to be bookings, and bookings times adjusted price is the revenue, okay? So bookings times price, this is the revenue here. Bookings, here's the price, and we have 1,080, 36 bookings, 120, right? So the price is down, more bookings, 4,320. Adjusted price, a little bit higher. We have 30 people coming in, about the same, 30 people, 120, 36. So 430, 4320, 4320, 4320, okay? So let's go ahead and look at a scenario where prices are increased by 5%. So we want to look at revenue discount minus the revenue is going to show us the revenue gain, right? So we had the original revenue. We just saw that adjusted price discount, right? Price change percent discount, and the demand score discounted drives bookings discounted, revenue discounted, and revenue gain. So it's actually a loss over here, loss, 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 loss. So we're losing revenue because there's not enough price elasticity here to justify the increase in the rate, right? So again, more elasticity, increase the rate and people still come. Less elasticity, increase the rate and people are just going to say, no, I'm not interested. I'm not going to go, okay? So we can go ahead and plot the results over here. So this was, in this scenario, we are increasing the price by 1.5%. So 5%. 5%. Increasing it by 5. Okay. And this is the result here plotted. Revenue decreased by 2,436. 1,785 decrease. Okay. 2,576, 1,875, 2,576. It's bouncing a little bit, and then it goes back over here, negative 432. But what if we decrease the price 10%? So in this case, look at this. We increase the rate by 5%, 1.05 times the adjusted price, okay? The F times adjusted price 1.05 gives us the adjusted price discount, right? So we increase it 5%, and this is the revenue. This is the bottom line. So we have less people coming, right? Due to price elasticity. Now we're decreasing the price of the hotel by 10%, okay? We're multiplying the adjusted price times 10% discount, so multiply by 0.09. Let's replot this and see what we get here. Now we have a profit, right, because of the price elasticity. So we make $3,412 in profit by decreasing the room 10%, right? So we offer a discount of 10%, advertise that to people, and they're going to come out of the woodwork. Even when it decreases, it has 1368, over here 3182, 1368. So it's kind of choppy. It jumps a little bit, but we're still making money. Still making money over here. We're still making. Oh, we lost $14. Okay, it's $14. That's a tip at my restaurant. So we lost $14, but we're still making a lot more money, right? So the whole point over here is increase the rate by 5%. Increase the adjusted price by 5%. You're losing money across the board. Every single thing is negative. Decrease the price 10%. Okay, adjusted price decrease 10%. You're making money in every single room here, right? So let's go ahead and plot this. We have the monthly summary, group by month. So I have several videos about group bys in the data frame, group by month, aggregate by revenue, sum, right? Usually, I have a couple of videos about this. Like in the data science world, even though we have all kinds of amazing statistics and mathematics and like this crazy analytic processes, most of the time it's a sum or a count or an average. I would say at least 95% of the time you're doing the average, you're doing a sum, or you're doing a count. 95% of the time at least, right? You get these crazy analytical processes, but most of the time it's straightforward. Sum, or count or average. So all we're doing is taking the sum. This is a monthly revenue gain by discounting the price. So we're grouping by month. So this month, by decreasing the price just 10%, that was it. We made $8,193 more dollars. $5,000 here, $6,000. Okay, over here, $8,000, 5, 6, almost 6. This is 6. This is 6. This is $7,000, 7, almost 8, and 7,200. Okay, so take that to your boss. Hey, say, hey, boss, we discounted the prices 10%, and we just made a ton of money this year, right? And this is looking into the future. Right now, this is mid-June. It's June 18th, 2025. Look at these profits for the rest of the year. So there's 9. There's 6. I'm going to call it 12. This is about 6, 18. This is about 24, 25. Oh, it's 25. This is 31. This is 8. 8 and 31 is 39 plus 7. So 39 plus 7 is what? 46. 46. You just made $46,000. Take that to your boss. Hey, I just made you 46K. Okay, 46 grand, 46 big. Just by lowering the price 10%. You don't have to do anything else. That's it. You just made an extra 46,000. You're welcome. Thank you very much. You're welcome. Now we're modeling responsive price system to the foundation of revenue management. And this can be applied to hotels. That's what we're looking at. This can be airlines. This can be ride-sharing companies. It doesn't matter, right? This is dynamic pricing. Uber does this. Hotels are doing this, right? Airlines are doing this. I'm just showing you how it works behind the scenes so you can learn this stuff too. So go down here. We are going to look at another example now. Again, we have the holidays. The day of the week is holiday. And then the base price is $120 per night. So I'm not going to go through all the code. It took me a little while to put this together. But you can look at this. I'll share all the code with you guys later today. When I post the video, okay, I'll drop the video later on today. You can check it out, and I'll share all this code with you. So what do we get down here at the end? This is the discount level, elasticity, the total revenue, the revenue by the weekend, and revenue by days, okay? So we can go ahead and recreate the data frame down here with all the holidays and the dates, and the base pricing is holiday, is not holiday, right? So that all plays into the whole scenario right here. So create the data frame again, and then we can find out the elasticity, -2. So more elastic, 1.5, not quite as much, 1.0, just a little bit, and 0.5, not very elastic at all, right? So this is the discount level here. So we have a lot of money coming in, right? At the discount elasticity 2.0. It's a little hard to read this chart, but I plotted it down here. Okay. So on the x-axis, we go from 0 discount up to 20% discount. On the y-axis, we have the elasticity, okay? And the total revenue shoots up as the elasticity increases, right? So the brighter the color, the brighter the yellow, the more elastic, the darker the color, the less elastic, right? And you can see, based on the discount level and the elasticity, who's going to check into the hotel more, right? So we go from 0 to 20%. The y-axis, we go from -0.5, -1/2 to 2.0. And the elasticity, as discounts increase, we know that as discounts increase, we know that revenue decreases, revenue drops. But if we don't discount inelastic products, it reduces revenue, okay? So if the revenue increases with moderate discounts, it peaks around 10 to 15% and then flattens because of price elasticity, right? Like people know there's no discount. I'm not going to go to the hotel, right? It's too expensive, but you offer me a decent discount and I'm going to show up. I'm going to be there, right? So what's the takeaway here? More responsive customers act to price changes, right? More negative equals more sensitive to discounts, -0.5. Price insensitive, right? Inelastic demand, -2.0, highly sensitive, and it's very elastic demand. So the more the discount, the more elasticity, and this represents how the hotel is discounting, right? From 0% to 20%. Brighter yellow is higher total revenue, and dark purple is lower revenue. So we have higher revenue over here, more elastic, and less revenue down here, less elastic, okay? So that's the takeaway. And what else? Elasticity 0.5, brighter at 0%. Discount revenue declines as you increase discounts. Okay, that's just common sense. And deeply discounting the room boosts demand significantly for higher elastic customer segments. Okay, so let's look at one more example down here. Control Enter to refresh. We have the day of the week and then the optimal price. So if it's a Friday, this is your optimal price here, 116 per night. Saturday, 115. Monday, there has to be a discount. 98 is the optimal price. Thursday, 98. Sunday, 96. Wednesday, 92. And Tuesday, $91 is the optimal price. Based on the month of the year, these are the optimal prices over here: 103, 103, 102, 101, 101, 101, 101. June and April are about the same, about 99. 90, yeah, 98, 99, that's it. So if you are interested in seeing which hotel brands are owned by which, I would say check out this website. I looked at this a couple days ago. This was my motivation to create this scripts over here in this project. You can see which hotels own which other hotels, right? It's a whole like conglomerate of hotels over here. It's a bunch of stuff, right? So I thought that was pretty interesting, and that was my motivation for doing this. So that's it, guys. I'm going to wrap it up here. Hopefully that was enlightening and informative. I learned a lot putting this project together. Hopefully you can learn a couple things by following the code, following the logic here. I'm going to share all the code when I drop the video a little bit later today. I'll share the code with you guys too, so you have everything. You can copy and paste it and run it in your own Jupyter environment. So that's it. Mediocre one today, not short, not long, just in between. I'm going to wrap it up here. Thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate sticking through to the end. And I'm going to wrap it up here, and I'll see you in the next video very soon. Thank you. Goodbye.